for the training part. Okay. So we are interested in your training, like the BIM automation. I'm interested in learning automation. So can you please explain it? So most of the people having some sort of a misunderstanding on the BIM automation. Okay. So and I can't sit and explain, and it's not uh it's a 5 to 10 minutes concept to explain in on call, and I can't handle n number of calls like every day, okay, every time. So that's the reason, like we just like those who are interested in this training program. So we just handed like a small like sort of like a webinar and explaining what is automation, and like what they are going to learn, how they have to start. So if they started, I mean, if they started learning something, so what would be their like advantages? For example, I mean, like the benefits. The people.
She's not audible actually.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes, right.
now it is audible.
Okay, fine. So okay, so when did I lost? Oh, you haven't heard anything? Hmm?
Yeah, your voice got lag for just a few minutes.
Oh, is that okay? I'm so sorry. Okay, so let me check my data stability and everything. I think I'm very close to Wi-Fi. Never happened before. Okay, fine. Anyways,
Now you are
so
clearly audible.
okay, perfect. Thank you. Thanks for confirming. Okay, actually, this is the webinar. Like, why I'm taking this webinar? Because like I'm getting like more requests, like the training request. We are interested in this, but I don't know in which stage I am. So how to start, and once if I started learning it, so how can I utilize it on my projects? How can I save my time? And there are many questions from the students. Okay, so I can't explain everyone like one by one. So that's the reason I asked like everyone to join in the weekends. Okay, and so most of you are like requested for like one or two people have we have sent them the requests like taken from their from a forms or something. Okay, so like here, I mean, before we start a webinar, anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions before we like before I explain what is what in the automation? Anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions? Just reply yes or no. No? Okay, fine. So generally, I would like to ask you a few questions. Okay, could you please respond uh, to the questions if can? Okay, so BIM automation, huh? So this is BIM automation. Okay, is this easy to learn? I'm asking you, is this easy to learn? BIM automation?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it depends on our focus what we give actually or time.
Depends. Okay. Depends on our leisure time. Okay. What else? Any other answers I can expect? So BIM automation easy to learn or no? Guys, I just want to understand your view, like your the point of view. Okay, so what do you have in your mind right now? Depends upon, like, I'm gonna take the webinar. Is it easy or tough? Okay, automation in the sense it's like a coding part, correct? It's a coding part. So if you are not aware of coding, is that easy? Is that easy to learn? Is that easy to learn?
No,
Sorry?
I think without coding knowledge, it is not that much easy to learn automation. We
Mm-hmm.
need some basic coding knowledge. That is my point of view.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else?
At least some basics we should have know about coding.
Basics, minimum basic knowledge. Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other answers? Can I expect any other answers? No? Okay. Guys, this is
Yeah, so I think instead of basic knowledge about the coding, we should have a basic knowledge about the logics and the mathematic functions. That way, it will be an easy to automate the things for the basic part.
the basic part. Okay. 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 Basic part. Okay, fine. So anyone else?
Yeah, as
Yes.
I want to say a thing. Coding definitely from beginning is not so easy. We have to understand properly. But if I go about the Dynamo, whatever I have seen, I don't know more about this. If we try to use the tool and how to connect it, what is the response of every tool input and output, then the tool would be very easy to use if you guide us, I think. But if you
Hmm.
go for the coding is really very tough for beginners because we
Hmm.
have to understand all the logics of coding, and we have to
Hmm.
remember how to write, how to make complete programs like this. But
Hmm.
tools is easy, I think, as per
Hmm.
my knowledge. But I don't know what.
Hmm. Okay, good. So the coding knowledge is not at all required to to start your career in this automation. It's really not required. Coding knowledge is not at all required. Okay, it's not at all required to handle all this. Okay, there are for example, there are three type of codings. One is no code, and second one is low code, and third one is full code. No code, low code, and the full code. Okay, because most of the people get confused. Sir, I have learned Python, so what do you want me to do now? Can I start playing with like creating walls from the lines? Can I convert a line into the cable tray? Can I place all the lighting fixtures if I have a CAD plan? So they're asking many kind of things like similar to it. Okay, everything can be done. 90% automation, like what you're using in your daily routine, it can be automated. So why the 10%? Why I'm saying you this 90% is up to if you finished there are different levels. So if you finished a certain level, I mean, it will take just 2 months. Okay, if you reach that extent, you may get you into it. But I'm not telling that it will take exactly like a 2 months to write your first code. There is a very basic concept, very important concept, heart of the concept. So if you understand that concept, you'll start writing your own scripts from the day three itself. I'm not joking, seriously, from the day three itself. Okay, so this day three, like I mean, from the day three, I mean, you will be start opening. You like to open the Dynamo and start playing with something. Trust me, it's proved. We tried around more than 750 candidates, so it's a very proven statement. Okay, fine. So when it comes to if you are not from IT background, okay, but now you're trying to enter into the IT. I mean, which is not like you don't sit and write the code here. Okay, someone has already written. When it comes to the no code, someone has already written here. Someone has already written. It's not like sort of like 100 scripts or 2000 scripts. Like it's 2 lakh scripts. We have 2 lakh scripts are ready to use. 2 lakh scripts are ready to use. Okay. But out of this 2 lakh scripts, if you know like how to read it, if you know like how to read, I mean, if you know how to customize it, okay, if you know like how to, uh, you know, reskin it, I'll explain you what is reskinning and everything. Okay. So if you know how to read, like if you know how to customize, if you started reading it, you'll come to know how to customize it. Okay, because there will be very basic changes. Okay, so once you customize it, you can reskin it. Reskin in the sense, for example, like applications. See, there are few applications like TikTok. Someone has made a replicate exactly like a replication to it. So there is something. There are different names. For example, like Facebook. So there are many like social networking, like applications are there. The code behind this is almost 60% same, but the appearance, the I mean, the we call it as an ambience or interface. Okay, so interface would be changed completely, but the code behind we call it's like a front end and back end. So this back end would be common, the front end would be keep on changing. So now if you want to play with no coding because you haven't write any code and you can't write even, but you want to understand there are if you are like a coordinator, you want to like place the wall openings wherever there is a clash. So what do you do generally? What do you do generally? So you will be doing like cut a section or wherever there is a clash and open it and adjust the elevations and everything. And you will take the measurements and you'll use a cropping order, like wall opening order. But if there is a tool which automates this entire process, for example, to create a wall opening, at least it will take 1 minute to 2 minutes if you are a coordinator. If you have a really such a good hands-on experience, at least it will take 1 minute. Okay. But there are thousands of like I mean, the clashes out there. So 1,000 minutes. So 1,000 minutes. Just simple estimation. Sorry. 1,000 minutes. Okay. If you are if you really have a true, I mean, the coordination experience, 1,000 by 1,000 clashes by 60. So it'll take almost like 16 hours, like 2 days. 2 days. And that too, they are not like the complete error free. There'll be some sort of an errors. like here and there, the adjustment should be there. But if there is a tool which automates all this 1,000 wall openings in just matter of like 5 minutes, how beautiful it is. You can utilize this, you can use that script in the day, I mean in the project one. You can use the same script in the project two, you can use the same script in the project three, and you're saving like thousands of minutes. You're saving not only your time, you're saving a company time, you're saving like company money. So in that case, you can directly go and see, because of this, it's a 3 days task. You can directly go to your manager, and it's a 3 days task. I just simplified it in like 3 hours. So what if I can expect some like some uh, hike or whatever it is, or else I don't do all this stuff. I'll just go and do my work like manual and kill your time. So this is I used to do the same thing. Like if I'm spending my personal time to develop a script, and why should I do it in my company? So you have to prove yourself in your company itself. Okay. So fine. So it saves a lot of time. And trust me, this can be happened like up to 70% with the help of no coding. You don't need to write a single line of a code. Don't write even. Okay. So this is no code. Okay. No code in the sense where you will be using someone's script. You know, like how to read it. You know how to customize it. You know, like how to reskin that. And you can do very beautiful wonders without a coding experience. Okay. Fine. So to do this, we are like using Dynamo here. Okay. So the no code scripts the blocks we generally called as a nodes. Node in the sense, no code, no code. If you simplify that, we call it as a node. We call it as a node. Okay. So we have sort of nodes, and like you should know like what kind of a node's supposed to be used. For example, if you use any wrong node, Kalas, it will take, I mean, you expected like 2 minutes. All the wall openings would be done in just 2 minutes. Instead of that, it will take 2 hours. Still, you give a time to your machine, like let it be, it kill 4 hours. So instead of that, you could finish almost everything. So what I'm trying to say is, um, like if you have something, you should know like how to utilize it properly. Okay. And if you have lakhs of resources, you can't bring all into your machine. Okay. So there are such stuff. Okay. Fine. So the Dynamo nodes, I'll explain in detail later. Okay. After like there are some more examples. Okay. So what do you mean by low code? What do you mean by full code? Low code in the sense, full code in the sense it's like a Python scripting, or C# scripting something. So what is this Python scripting and C# scripting here? Try to understand. Actually, the Rivet has developed in C#. Try to understand. Rivet has developed in C# language using .NET libraries. Okay. So, but if you started learning like C# from the day 2 or day 3, you will not even like to open that application interface at all. Just to give me a minute. Just a minute. People are still asking to the joining them. Okay. So the C# scripting, Rivet has developed in a C# .NET libraries, and it's very hard to understand. Okay. So that is the reason what we have done here. So we are using sort of a translator. We are using like a translator to understand this complicated to understand this complicated code, we are using a translator, and that translation would be done in a Python. It's a Python, and Python is very, very easy to understand. I mean, if you have a kids if they're studying like 5th standard or 6th standard, even they can easily understand the Python coding. Seriously. So it is very easy to understand if you are a working professional. Don't forget about like your engineering background and everything. It's very, very easy. Okay. And when it comes to the Dynamo, like most of the people I've seen, Rajesh, sir, I'm not able to. I was trying to learn from last like 1 year, okay, or 1.5 year, but still now I'm completely it's completely cloudy for me. Like why it is why I can't write my like the first script from last 1.5 year. It's very basic thing. These people doesn't have a proper direction. Hurry, they have seen almost like 20 hours sessions, like 30 hours. They bought like 5, 6 different the courses which are like on Dynamo. Learn Dynamo in just 3 hours, learn Dynamo in 1 hour. So they have seen everything, but still they're still cloud. I'll tell you one thing. The Dynamo is not a tool to understand. It is a language come tool, come a different thing. Okay, it's common. It's a mixed thing actually. It's not that easy to understand. Okay, so there are few concepts. So that concept should be very clear to everyone. So I will be teaching the concepts. Trust me, I don't teach any scripts in my training program to make you feel bored, and I don't want to waste your time in the training program. Okay, so in this training program, don't expect any scripts. Why? Because in go and look into the YouTube, there are many scripts. But if you started, I've seen the people, Rajesh, I've just exactly learned this video, but this is I'm sending you the script. Could you please check what is the problem in it? And I asked him, is that possible to share your like project? No, Rajesh, I can't share the project as it's this thing. Can you present your like screen? Then when they started sharing the screen, then I realized, okay, this is not the way you're supposed to do. The reason they're exactly cloning what is there in the video, and they're expecting the same result. How come it is? The person who made the video, his destination is something else. Here, this guy destination is something else. So how do you understand those destinations? How do you understand the main concept? So I do teach those concepts. Of course, I do teach the scripts. Depends, and it's not my own examples. It is your example, Rajesh. I'm planning to do this. So there are 15 to 20 concepts. So each and every concept will be explained for 2 hours. Every concept will be explained to us, and it's not in your and I'm not spoiling your work life also. It is after your office hours every day, 8:30 to 10:30 in the evening. Okay, you can come and happily learn this. And Dynamo is very, very damn easy to learn if you understand the key concepts. If you really understand the key concepts, very, very easy. Okay, so I will teach you the key concepts. Okay, fine. So this is the no coding. This is the no coding part. Okay, so this is a full coding part. What is the low code?
One thing I want to ask you, what is the low coding?
That's what I'm going to explain.
Sorry.
That's what I'm
Yes, yes.
explaining. Okay, so I understand no code. I understand the full code. But what is this low code? Low code is especially designed in most of the applications. We generally called it as a design scripting. We generally call it as a design scripting. Design scripting. It means like we have the application interface. So the same no code interface will be used in this design scripting. It is not a C language, not a C language. It's not C plus. It's not C plus plus. It's not a Python. It's not a C sharp. It's none other than any language. Okay, but we will call it as a coding. It's a low code. It's a low code. For example, let me show you a small difference, like what is a code. For example, get parameter value by name. So I'm just using. So select model elements. Select model elements. Oh, well, I'll just do one thing. Instead of this, categories. All elements of category. Let me connect cable trace. Let me connect the cable trace. I'm getting, oh, I don't have anything here. Do I have a conduits on this? Oh, conduit. Okay, I'm so sorry. Like conduits. Okay, so we have the conduits here. How many we have here? We have total 530 conduits are there. So this is a block where it understand what, I mean, if you give any like the category name, like walls or whatever it is. So how do you come to know this in the Revit? For example, if I select any object, this is called a categories. Okay, where it's saying like lighting fixtures. If I select some other like equipment, so this is called an electrical equipment. So I will be choosing that here. I'll be select that here. Okay, so if I ask like for electrical equipment, okay, electrical equipment. So it will give you, it's giving you the run as standard. Deselect this. So it's just giving you like there are 200 panels in this. The total 200 panels in this. Okay. So how do I write exactly the same thing in the coding? Now, for example, I want this. I get parameter value by name. So when I connect this and I want to see mark value out of this, mark values. It's like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, something, whatever we have. So these are mark values. We have a 200 elements, but they have a different values here. Now I want to see the same thing in the design scripting. So how can we exactly write the same stuff in the design scripting, which is called half code? Okay. So half code in the sense, in a code block, whatever there is a name here, I just copy or else I'll just paste it here and write whatever I want. Or else, if you don't know like what to write, but if you want to learn, if you want to understand, right click and there is a node option called node to code. This is called design scripting. This is called design scripting. Okay. So it is very easy to understand. It's very easy to understand. So what it is exactly written, repeat.elements.element.get parameter value by name. The same node name we have here. If I do Control Z, element.get parameter value by name. When I select this, and it is having like two different inputs. So when I select this, right click and set node to code. So element.get parameter value by name. The same thing here. But in addition, I can see some additional content over there. I can see some additional content over there. Okay. So this you'll come to know. This is very basic and it has two different inputs. It's a first input and this is the second input. So simple. Okay. So this is not a Python. If you write exactly the same thing in Z language, it won't work. If you exactly write the same thing in Python, no. Python, C# or no. It won't work exactly. Okay. So this is a different language which we call as a design scripting. Okay. And this is even very easy. For example, I want to filter like 7, 8, and 9, and now I just want to see if there is a mark value, which is equal to 24, if there is a value which is equal to 24, get that element. Let's say I just type element here. If not written, null. I said something here. Now, wherever there is a value matches 24 in the mark parameter, it will give that element here. See 16th element. If you see this, if you say this, the 16th element value is 24 in it. The 16th element value is 24 in it. Okay. So it's very easy to write, but the same thing, why we are already playing with Dynamo, right? Why we have to play with the design scripting? This is the next level language to the Dynamo, and it is not a mandate to learn. But if you learn this, it is very easy to understand the Python. It's very, very easy to understand the Python. So that's the reason we have implemented this, the design scripting training. We've added this design scripting training in this to make your coding journey very, very smooth. You will not get even one video in YouTube on what is a design scripting and how to use it. No, you can't get it anywhere. So I'm having like total 6 years of experience in this coding, and I'm not new, and I have not like learned from somewhere and teaching you here. So I'm total having like 14 years of experience in this BIM field. Okay. And out of it, like from past 4-5 years, I've been playing with this automation for the different companies, and I started my own company. Okay, fine. So this is what the low code is. Low code is nothing but it is not like any other language. It's especially designed for the Revit and Dynamo. Okay, is this clear, everyone?
May I ask you one question? Yes. What you are using to presenting this screen? Which software is this?
It's a Dynamo. This one.
No,
This
not
one.
this.
This one.
You are writing. Yes, yes, yes.
It is Xmind.
Yes.
Xmind. It's sort
It's
of a
fine.
Xmind is a mind map tool. It is very easy to convey if we use this. Like
Yes, yes. That's why I asked you. It's very good to understand. Yes.
okay, fine. So this is like
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. So no code, low code, and the full code. There are 3 different things in it. Okay, fine. So compared to, conclusion out of this entire thing is you don't need any coding experience. Coding knowledge, forget about experience. Coding knowledge is not required. So I'll teach you everything in the training program, which you feel that you are not learning a coding program, but I will teach you many coding concepts in a no coding interface. So which makes your journey, your learning journey and BIM automation learning journey will be very, very soft, very, very clear. And all your clouds will be gone in just matter of 3 days. Trust me. Okay, fine. So this is what. Now the second thing is how long it will take. No, if I started learning, no, I don't have. I'm busy with the projects, so I don't have a time. Like, how can I learn this? So if I learn, how long it will take? How long it will take to start implementing this? Implementing on your own projects. On your own projects. How long it will exactly take? Can I expect any answer? Seriously, whatever it is, right or wrong. This is just like a debate, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Okay. I want to know one thing. Yes. Actually, mainly I work for the infrastructure projects. And also sometimes when I work as a coordinator, then that time I need to work on MEP also and architectures also. But main thing is that in infrastructure, mainly I face the issue when I am aligning any adaptive element into the alignment. That face some issues. Can we cover all these things if we are going to learn this?
Okay.
Mainly
Just
alignment is required in my project, my
I'll
like roads, the tunnels, bridges, and the culverts, everything like whatever is in infrastructure.
I noted your point here. I'll come to that after some time. Subindu, clear?
Okay.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
part of
Okay.
we
Thank you.
have such topic. I just noted. Okay, fine. I'll
Okay.
explain you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
The
So
same point of view from my side as well,
sure.
related to
What's your
infrastructure.
okay, infrastructure user? What's your good name? Sorry,
Mohammad Isaac.
Mohammed Isaac. Okay, fine. I'll clear this. I'll clear this after some time. Okay, fine. So my general question is, how long it will take to, implement on your own projects? Anyone, just give me a rough estimation. Will it take 1 month or 2 months or 1 year after learning?
I think to learn anything, at least a month will be required. So after understanding all the concepts and basics, it will
Hmm.
take 1 month to implement those things.
Hmm. Okay, fine. Actually, not required.
Uh,
Not required. Yes,
yeah,
Praveen,
so
tell me. Tell me, Praveen.
yeah, so if we are confidently, if we want to implement and justify the things what we are doing to our clients, then definitely it requires at least 2 to 2.5 months. That's what I'm thinking.
Hmm. Do you believe if you could be very like start writing your scripts from the day 3, it will take just a 3 days. Why months,
Okay.
man?
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
really
Currently,
months? Okay.
my
Okay.
mindset is like, yeah, I'm
No,
doubtful
no,
about
that's
that
why
three
I'm
days.
asking. Yeah, I'm just asking. That's why I'm telling everyone. There are many rumors which are going on in the industry. Okay, like Dynamo is very tough. You have to learn Python, or else you have to learn C# to handle this, to understand the Dynamo. No, it's actually not required. And a few people, while they're discussing, I've been learning from last 1.5 year. So I couldn't write even my single script. Then the rest of the 15, 16, 15, 20 people got scared to look into it even. Okay, this is what happening because it was happened when I was there in my I was there in uh, working for different companies. Okay, so in a personal meetings, I have taught them like very, very personal and then still implementing it. Okay, fine. So generally it will take 3 days. It's more than enough. 3 days are more than enough. You will be start writing your own scripts and you will be implementing as well. So there are some sort of key concepts. There are some sort of a key concepts. Okay, out of this, the first key concept itself, the first key concept, it will take around 6 hours to finish. 6 hours to finish. It means like a 3 days. Every day we have a 2 hours of the training. After that, we have a something like let's say 14, let's say 15 key concepts. Like we have each concept will kill 2 hours. Each concept, each concept will kill 2 hours. Okay, so each concept will kill just like 2 hours. Okay, fine. So this 15 into 2, it's like a 30 hours, and this is like 6 hours, total 36 hours, and including the design scripting, the low coding, and it is something around 6 to 8 hours. So total 40 to 45 hours. The training is. When I started my learning journey, teaching journey. So I used to like train the people for like 15 hours, all the concepts. After 1 year, it's like 25 hours. So after 2 hours, it's been like 30, 35 hours. Now it is 40 to 45 hours. Still the day one we started our own, I started my own company and I started teaching the people. The course fee is X amount. after 3 years, still the X amount even not increased for single penny. It's exactly the same what we charge now. Okay. So after like after 2 years or after 6 years, after 10 years, if they're like, if we are like teaching the same concepts, you don't need to pay even single penny. You can come and learn if it is that time, if it is 100 hours. So there are many concepts for like for example, Chat GPT. So we are integrated the Chat GPT. You can ask Chat GPT to write the Dynamo graph for you. You can ask Chat GPT to write like Python script, read Python script for you. It will give you the skeleton, but you have to customize it again. Okay, so these customizations need the concepts. These customizations need the concepts. If you're good at understanding the concept, if you know how the robot infra like inside the code works, you don't need the skin. At least the basic is more than enough. Okay, if you know like how your application is working, you don't need any interface. Okay, so this is what. So these key concepts will be explained like the rest, which is design scripting. Design scripting, it will kill like 8 hours. Almost like now I'm taking more than 8 hours. Okay. So total it is 30, 36, 44. Yeah, exactly. 44 hours. Okay. So these are the key concepts. Not, I don't include any like the like the script videos, because the script videos kills a lot of time, and I'm not wasting your time. We have like 20 people in a batch. We have 20 people in a batch. So I'm not wasting, if I waste half an hour of yours, it's not wasting your half an hour. Half an hour into 20 people. So almost like 10 hours I'm wasting. So I don't want to do that. Okay. So, after you finishing these concepts, you can go through with any any YouTube videos, you can easily understand. You can easily understand whatever he is exactly doing. You use it as a template and customize it according your requirement. You don't need to follow exactly the same. Yeah, because I've received most of the requests from the clients, those who have the companies, those who have purchased from the different people, and they keep on charging. They keep on paying them for every single change. No, if you are good at doing all those, why the company needs to pay for the resources? They'll invest on you. Okay. I'll come to the salary parts. Salary part after some time. Okay. So this is how. And trust me, if you feel that it'll really take like 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, seriously, bullshit. No, don't take that out from your mind. Just take like 3 days to start writing your own scripts. Trust me. Okay, it's already proved. Okay, so now the second thing is how to start. Okay, you're saying it's very easy, like how to start. How to start? I don't understand how to start this. So the learning journey starts with the no code, which is called, if you are not, if you really hate coding, even when you're in engineering days, you maybe like most of the people who scored very less in the coding, since like they just got the pass marks. Okay, so even though you're in a very worst case, trust me, after our learning, after our teaching, like you will be completely start fall in love with the coding. That's how it is. It's very easy to understand. The way we explain, it's very easy to understand. That's how we do teach. Okay, fine. So we'll start with the Dynamo. Okay, and after this, in this Dynamo, you will be knowing like how to use this 2 lakh scripts, 2 lakh scripts, 2 lakh scripts. Okay, what to use exactly and what not to use. So everything, which scripts supposed to be used out of this 2 lakh scripts. Okay, like out of this 2 lakh scripts. So we have architecture scripts, we have a structure scripts, we have MEP scripts, we have like modeling scripts, we have a coordination scripts. Okay, we have documentation scripts, we have a building scripts, we have infra scripts, we have like tunnel scripts. Okay, we have a scan to web script. There are n number of. They are included in this the 2 lakhs itself. All are, I mean, this all the scripts are from this 2 lakhs only, from this 2 lakh itself. But you shouldn't use everything. If you're not like a coordinator, you're just modeler. So and you're a structure modeler, install only the structure modeling nodes. Because you know why? Because I'm telling you, the rest of the scripts will kill some space in your like your workspace. Okay, so it will be a burden for you. I mean, for your machine, not for you. Okay, fine. If you are like you are a modeler and you are a coordinator as well, then you can, and you're from architecture background, architecture modeler, modeling packages and coordination packages. If you're doing the documentation also, then documentation too. Okay, so this is how it is. I'll explain everything, like I mean how to find a bug in a packages in the scripts. Okay, whenever you started playing with something, it will give you different kind of warnings. Most of the people even they don't like to read the warnings as well. Okay, so this is the many, and I will explain these warnings in a very fruitful way. Trust me. Okay, if you start loving the warnings, um, you can no one can uh, you will never stuck anywhere in the mid of writing something. Okay, fine. So how to start? This is a Dynamo. Once you're done with the Dynamo, there is a design scripting, as I explained you before. Design scripting is the base. Sorry, the Dynamo is the base for the design scripting. The design scripting is the base for the Python, and the Python is the base for learning Iron Python, and Iron Python is the base for Revit API, and Revit API is the base for learning C Sharp, and C Sharp is the base for writing add-in creation. That's it. It's clear. So this is the learning journey. This is the learning journey. Okay. So once you learn add-in creation, generally for you, you don't need to do all this stuff. Up to here is more than enough. Here, Revit API with Iron Python. Okay. So here, C Sharp and Revit API with C Sharp. It's nothing but add-in creation, but let it be. That's different, bit different than this. Not completely. Okay. So you can consider both are same. Revit AP with Iron Python and Revit AP with C Sharp is completely different. This is for the people who are purely into this development stage. Okay. This is for the people who are like acting as a Revit AP developers. This is for who people? This is for people who are into development. They purely, they don't do any modeling, they don't do anything. Okay. Can't I extend this? I think I can. Yeah. Okay. So this is the level. It's a coding concept. This is called coding. Okay. So this is for the coding. And this is the no coding. This is no coding. This is no coding. No coding, coding, and this is also coding, but it's purely for the people who are into the development stage. This is for the people who are advanced Dynamo users. Okay, this is for the advanced Dynamo users. This is for the zero in Dynamo. You don't know anything in for you. No coding. Zero in then the people who are in zero in the Dynamo. Okay, And we don't have any multiple, like levels like basic level, intermediate level, expert level. This 40 hours training is purely into the, advanced level. You don't have anything to learn after this. The only thing after the training, you have to test, sit and practice. So simple, nothing else. Okay, fine. So is this clear, everyone? This is the learning journey. First, you have to start with the Dynamo and then the design scripting. This is not mandate. Okay. If you don't have a resources, because like you are 11 people here. So out of this 11, like, I don't know how many people will join. If you're, if you're not joining, so if you don't have any resources outside, you can ignore this design scripting. Once you're done with the Dynamo, you can learn with Python, Iron Python, and Rabbit API with iron for that. It's more than enough. Okay. So the design scripting is a language which is very, 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 makes our like understandings very easier to step into the level 2. So simple. That's the reason I do prefer. We have seen the difference, like, the previous students and the current students. They're very, very much interested in, going with the coding after the level 1 training. Everybody enrolled for the level 1. But after, they started understanding the design scripting, everyone, like if you have 20 students in a batch, out of 20, 15 people minimum would love to go with the coding. They said, I've received many statements from them. I hate coding, but they started loving the coding now. That's how it is. Okay, fine. So this is what. Anyone have any questions on this? Anyone have any questions on this?
From my end, I have a question.
Yes. Who? What's your good name? Sorry.
Raju.
Sorry.
Raju.
Yeah. Tell me, Apalaju. Tell me, Raju.
Yes, actually, previously you mentioned like we have our training sessions of 40 hours or 45 hours. Can you complete all these topics in that particular 40 or 45 hours? Is it,
No, seriously, I'll tell you. This is not entire like a 45 hours. This is okay. Anyways, it's a good question. This skills 45 hours. Okay, and this skills not exactly. Why this here? Why this here? Let me, can I place a block? Yeah. This takes like 45 hours. Okay, control C. This kills 45 hours again. This kills like okay, this kills around like let's say 50 hours, something similar to it. Okay, it depends upon the students as well, because if I have a more students, they'll have a more questions. So until unless I clear the students' doubts, I don't get into the concept. If in a day, like I'm having like more questions, so it'll be like uh, uh, I don't have a if I don't have a time to take the sessions, so I don't take the session that day. It will not be counted as a the training day as well. Okay, so it's a purely like a Q&A part. If you are keep on asking questions, so I would be very, very happy if you kill my time for the 2 hours like in a day completely. Okay, the reason, if you keep on understanding, if you keep on asking a lot of questions, trust me, I always expect to be finished this entire training in the 40 hours, but so far no, because from last like the last 10 batches, I'm having like 20 to 30 students in a batch. So they keep on asking questions, and last batch itself, it is around 54 hours. The training was, because the very like sharp, and out of those, like one person has been already selected for a company. Okay, so we are into the outsourcing, and his package is almost like uh I think 4.2 times. I mean, it's like 42%. There is a hike in your terminology. It's a 42% hike. Generally, no companies will pay more than 10% if you change any company. Okay, fine. Recently, it's recently. Okay, fine. So this, in the level 1 you will be learning this. In after this, in level 2 you will be learning all this, and after level 3 you will be learning. And this is not for you for now. This is not for you at all. Okay, forget about this. Just focus on only the level 1 and level 2. This is a level 1. I mean, if you have already received like what is a level 1 and level 2, then that's fine. If not, text me on WhatsApp. I can level 1, 45 hours.
Oh, one thing to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I get? I mean, shall we get the sessions of all our training
Yeah, as a
training
recording,
hours?
for example. Yeah. Like you will be getting, for example.
Okay. Because everything is not, it's not possible to remember within 45 hours, as per my thinking, my knowledge.
True.
So that we have to follow through, go through all the elements whatever we have learned. So that's why we need some training materials, right? So
You
that's
will
why I asked.
you will get the recording. You will
Okay. Thank you.
resources, like you will get the recorded videos every day. Like I'm gonna share you the material which uh, the material which I'm sharing you, which is more than worthy of 75,000, more than that, because it has included like PDFs, okay, like cheat sheets, okay, and like like we made a lot of like in detailed uh, the documentation, the documentation stuff. Okay, and there are many books like which are available, which are ready to download. Okay, which I bought from different places as a soft copies, and I'm gonna sharing those to you. Okay, and you'll get the recorded videos of those, and what else? A lot. I can't disclose this in the webinar. You'll get a lot of stuff. Okay, so the recorded videos and the certification part, you'll get the certification. This is approved by the LinkedIn. Okay, and because now if any HR who is looking for a people, they're not looking into this Naukri or nothing, because they're a bit expensive now. The easiest like social media platform for the working professionals is the LinkedIn. So they're checking the certifications in the LinkedIn under certifications tab. So we are directly issuing it. It's not a piece of thing. So whenever the HR just click on it, it'll start verifying everything, and you will be verified by the companies. And whenever it's been verified by any company, you will get alert. So and so company has been like have seen your profile. This is how it is. Okay, we have that kind of integrations in it. Okay, fine. That like that, and you can directly approach the people. I mean, you will get their email ID. So which company have seen, and who, I mean, from which account it's been logged in. So you can draft an email, or you can directly approach them. For this, like we're paying around 3,700 INR only for that. Okay. Anyways, that's a different story. So the certifications, which really should bring a value. I'm a purely an automation guy. I always look into the things which, for example, if any person who is spending like 1 rupee, they should be benefited by 10 rupees at least. Okay. So I'll always look into your profits. Okay. Okay. Well, so like what to learn exactly? Like I've shown you like how to start. But now, who should learn? This is for like Subendu and Muhammad Istaq. I'll come to here. Uh, so before get into this, yeah, fine. Let me get in. So there are three different people here. So like architecture and structure, okay, and MEP persons, and there are like there are few designers like CAD draftsmen or something. Okay, why the CAD draftsmen came here? I'll explain you. Okay, so architecture, structure, and MEP. Architecture and structure, MEP. If you are from architecture or if you're from structural background, your journey should be, like you have to start with Dynamo. Okay, and not only that, you will be learning the Dynamo geometry also. You have to learn the Dynamo geometry. Oh, is it? Do you have two different dynamos? Yes, we have two. The first one is the Dynamo like essentials. I can say that is an essentials. Essentials. Dynamo essentials. So what do you mean by Dynamo essential? For example, how we have a Revit essentials, like in Revit, if you're a architecture user of, if you're a structure user, if you're a MEP user, you will never, I mean, if you're an MEP, you will never go to the wall tab and you will work on it. You don't place the roofs, you don't place the ceilings, you don't place anything. That's a different discipline, right? Likewise, when it comes to the Dynamo essentials are different. But here, these essentials I am teaching you in very, very advanced, level. Very, very simply say it's complete like a spoon feeding, guys. Seriously, I'll treat you like a kids, because if you're not good at programming, uh, it's very hard to teach. If a person who really hates coding, a person who really don't know, like, or he's a very slow learner, it's a challenge. I have taken this challenges many, and uh, now I'm in a stage I can handle anyone. Okay, if you are a slow learner, you will be my focus completely. Okay, so I will teach you. I'll teach the concepts based on your understanding, guys. Don't worry. Okay, so I'll come to know in the day one or day two, like who is a slow learner, who is a fast learner. It's not criticizing anyone here. It is to focus. For example, if you're focused on you, you will be, you know, like the others can easily understand. Okay, my intention is, I mean, if the people are really doing good, I mean, the trainers always focus on the people who are really doing good. They don't focus on the rest. It's not like, okay, my training would be focused on the people who are completely like zero and they're not able to understand. I'll keep on asking them, Mr. Gazar, do you understand this? Mr. Gazar, do you understand this? Mr. Murli, I mean, are you okay with this concept? If no, Rajesh, I couldn't understand. I'll give you another example. No, Rajesh, still I missed something. Can you give another example? I'll give you another. I'll give you another example. I keep on giving you the examples unless you understand the concept. It's called a spoon feeding, and you'll kill my 3 hours of time, 4 hours of time, a full night. Not a problem. I want you to understand the concept very clear. And I'm not telling this to get an admission. You will see my training in the way of teaching in the training itself. I mean, if you still have any doubts, go and read the Bimera Private Limited reviews. You'll come to know. Okay, fine. And you can go through the LinkedIn hurdles. Let me text here. Feedback dot bimera.com. I've sent a link here in the chat box. Okay, just copy this and look into this. What do you say that? The feedback of the previous students will come to know. Okay. So the Dynamo, that essentials and the advanced level. Okay, if you are from MEP, actually the geometry is not required, because this geometry includes the parametrical stuff. Parametrical stuff. What do you mean by parametrical stuff? Like parametrical buildings, like conceptual buildings. Okay, the kinetic facets, what not it is. It includes the complete geometry part, kinetic facets, the tunnels, okay, the um, roads, bridges, the traction system, whatnot, everything. Okay, so this includes everything. This will not be covered in the Dynamo Essentials because this is different. Okay, fine. Then I learned this Dynamo geometry. You idiot! Without these concepts, you can't understand this. This is the main. This is like 45 hours, as I told you. Control C, Control V. This kills like 45 hours. This kills like 45 hours. Hey, what's wrong? Control Z. Okay. Okay. So this kills 45 hours, and this is an additional 20 hours again. The Dynamo geometry, where you will be playing with like how to place the points, how to place the points, and how to play with the lines, and how to play with the curves and surfaces. Okay, and solids like planes or extra blah blah blah, whatever. So which is everything which is related to this concept. Oh, these are this side now. Okay, is it clear? The Dynamo geometry. And when for the MEP people, that's very easy. Like Dynamo, it's not an essentials, huh? It's advanced. It's the same thing. Essentials in the advanced level. Control A, Control C, Control A, Control D. So what is a CAD draftsman? Most of the CAD draftsmen I've seen, they know the Lisp programming. If they are aware of the Lisp programming, so this is, I mean, in that case, they can directly enter into this automation in the level 3 stage. If you are a draftsman, you're not even a modeler, I don't suggest you get into this modeling, like modeling into the BIM modeling at all. Learn this level 3. Okay, it's very, very good for you. For example, if you're like 5 people, I mean, like if you have 5 years of experience in the modeling, and you'll become like a coordinator. So the coordinator will be earning like something like 30,000, 50,000, or 60,000 in 5 years. You will get this, you'll start your journey with a 60,000 in the first month itself. That is the level 3. That's a level 3. Okay, so don't get into the BIM modeling at all. Okay, useless, seriously. So I have seen the drastical change, because in my company I'm having like 6 developers, and they don't have any BIM experience. They don't have a Revit experience. They're very, very new to, like, they're just having like 2 years of experience, and I'm paying them around like 85,000. Seriously, they're not even having like uh, modeling experience. They'll go through the recorded videos of the problem. I mean, if any client have any problem, so we'll request them to share the recorded video of a concept, and then this is how it is. Like, this is how it is. Where is this? So we'll request them to share the actual thing, like what's the problem here. So the client will be explained everything in a recorded video, and will these people will fix that. They'll just fix with the help of add-ins, by creating add-ins, by creating the Dynamo scripts or something. Seriously, that's how it is. It is very, very important. If you really, if you have 1 year of experience, I'll simply say that forget about the modeling part and everything. Get into directly as a BIM automation developer. You will earn a lot. Okay, fine. That's a different thing. So that's it. Okay. So for architecture and structure, is this clear? Or am I confusing you? I hope it's clear to everyone. Huh? Is this clear to everyone? Is this clear to everyone? Huh? Clear? Okay. So then
Yes,
fine.
yes.
Why we actually here? So why you have to go with Bimera? Okay. The only thing is, uh, see, any trainer should have very good patience to learn what the students queries. When it comes to me, I'm having like very, very good patience, and I'm going to be a trainer for this training, for this entire training. Okay, so patience levels will be very, very good. Okay, so I'll never shut on any of our students like why you're doing that, why you did this, and other stuff. Okay, so okay, the next thing is we are having like total. We have taught around more than 700 plus 750 plus candidates so far, and placed 95 plus candidates in the companies already with the very, very best package. Then you do never expect that. That's how mm, the package is. Okay, so the first thing you have to understand is like where you can't find this thousands of tips and tricks. I have like like clubbed, and I'm gonna teach you in every session. You'll be completely um, you'll be completely like overfed by the tips and tricks. If you really have a time to note down everything, of course I don't give you like a time to write everything on a pen and on a paper. So since you are already getting the recorded videos, okay, so I will teach you the thousands of tips and tricks. If you really follow all this, you can crack any kind of an interview with, and you can demand whatever you want. You are almost equal after this training. After this training, you are not a fresher. Why? You are almost equal to you're almost equal to at least 1 year of, let's say, 2 years. 2 years of experience. No, 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 no. It's not experience. Learning. Or they thought like they're learning something, but they're still not. The people who have been studying, they're trying to understanding from past 2 years. You're almost equal to. I'm sure, like if they kills like 2 years of on understanding, you're far better than them, because I'm having like around like 6 years of experience in this, and all these concepts, teaching these concepts, all my 5 6 years of experience, R&D. I have thousands of years of experience on this R&D. Okay, so all this R&D experience should be feed to you in just 40 to 50 hours. Thousands plus R&D hours. will be just 40 years, not 40, 40 to 45. Let's say 40 to 45 years. It's not a small thing. Okay, so you have to be very, 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 very careful on understanding the concepts. Understanding the concept. You should have the good digestion system to digest all those things. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear? Trust me, guys. After this training, you'll thoroughly enjoy. Okay, if you go and you know go and read this. Boom. So we have designed we have designed the same chat GPT like into our own cloud server that's called on Bimera.in. Okay, so this is purely codex. It's not chat GPT. It will not give you the answer for anything like what you ask, like write an email, no nothing. It's purely the codex. It's purely the codex. Okay, if you ask something here, it will give you the code directly. Okay, clear. So this is the feedback. So these are the students like who gave the feedback. So we kept everything here. So if you see in this Google reviews, these are the previous batch students, the last batch students like Pashav, Vijay Shalunke, and I hope you most of you people at least know one out of this Bharat, Berlin, Mani, Samad, one review a week ago, so 2 weeks ago, so 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago. It's been like the previous to previous batch. Okay, so this is how it is. Okay, you will really enjoy the training, and it's my promise. If you're really not enjoying the training, no, there is no such a statement like this. You will definitely enjoy every day. Every day it's a different concepts. Okay, so you can completely forget about the training part, how it would be. Okay, so you'll have the very, very best trainer, and I'm not like hyping myself. Okay, so I'm just giving you, I mean, don't waste your time on like self-learning, because of course the self-learning is important, but if you really have a good mentor who can teach you everything like in depth, so you can happily go with it. Okay, I mean, I don't know like how many of you like say, I mean, if compared to the time and money, I don't know, most of the people say time, but they don't spend money on their time actually. Okay, so just rethink about it. Okay, there is a batch going to start from day after tomorrow. If you are interested, enroll it. Okay, and it's a 30 days training program. You will thoroughly enjoy the entire training like anything. Clear?
Yeah, I want to be confirm from you. Yes, I already explained my topic with you, with what I required actually. Hello.
On what?
For infrastructure work.
Yeah, that's why I tell. That's why I told
That,
infra can be done with the dynamo geometry, Subhendu. You will
yeah.
be learning.
So how many hours that will take
This is actually
for
20.
training?
This will take
20.
20 hours, 20 hours, and this will take like a 40 hours. Total, it is like 40 hours, like total 60 hours. Okay, but
Total?
60 hours.
Okay. That
60
I want to
hours.
know.
Okay, fine. Now here, what do we do? Like in our training, we'll be having like 5 to 6. And if you have a 20 people, so we have like 5 to 10, maximum 5 to 10 people would be there in from architecture and structure background, not even 5 to 10. Okay, so for them, most of the people are from like MEP background. Okay, so what the management has taken, so instead of we don't take, I mean, I don't take the training on the geometry part. We already have taken those geometry part to the people like who are requested for. So those will be shared to you as a recorded. If you have any questions, I can sit with you in the weekends and I can explain like what is what and everything. Okay, so this 20 years is an additional benefit for you. Actually, this cost extra, but we stopped charging like more for this, since most of the people, like I mean, the last batch and I mean in future batches will get this dynamo geometry videos, not the previous batches. I mean, like from past 2 3 batches we don't, till past 2 3 batches we don't share this dynamo geometry for free of cost, but you are bit beneficial on this. Okay, you will be getting the geometry videos. That's a very in-depth, it's my training again, geometry training videos. We'll get
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Okay, Richard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. And one thing to ask more. Suppose for any issue I could not attend any one class or two class. I know that I will get the video, but some question maybe in my mind that I can ask later.
Yes, every day, like we have a 2 hours training. Every day we have a 2 hours training. Out of this 2 hours, every day, like we have a 2 hours, in the first 15 minutes, and last 15 minutes, it's your time. In between, there is a 1.5 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, so this is my time. Is it clear? So this will be like a Q&A. This will be like Q&A. This will be like a Q&A. Is this clear?
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to ask one thing basically. The lectures will be conducted Monday to Friday or weekend day, Saturday,
Oh,
Sunday.
good. Thanks for asking. This will be each day, every day 2 hours.
And as well the timing of the lectures.
This will be conducted on only weekdays. Only on weekdays. Okay. So Saturday and Sunday would be off. Saturday and Sunday would be off. Clear?
Which time?
And the timings would be 8:30 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Timings. 8:30 IST. Clear? Is this clear?
Yes.
Clear, everyone? So anyone have any questions? See, this won't affect your like office works at all, dear. Okay, so you can happily go through it because just a minute. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say. Yep. Yeah, this won't affect
No,
your like office hours at all.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
understand this will not affect our office hours, but in BIM industry there is so many headaches are inside in the office. So our
if you have no, why
brain
you
will
have
be
to,
jammed after the office.
then you can go through the recorded videos. And if you have any questions, join 15 minutes before. No, if you have more questions, Subhendu. So what do? Generally, the training's supposed to start at 8:30. Join at 8:15. Join it if you have more questions. If you have more questions, join at 8:15. So simple. Is it clear? Simple. So clear your doubts. Who have more doubts? Like you have to text me at least like 2 3 hours before. Rajesh, I'm having like more doubts. Could you please join 15 minutes before? Simple. So I mean, if you let me know at 8:15, that would be a problem for me. because I'll be in the traveling that time. Clear? Sometimes I could be in the travel. So if you made me like I missed a study session, so I have some sort of a doubts. I gone through the recorded video. So if you could join like 15 minutes before to clear my doubts, I'll be happily join that. Clear? Clear everyone? Hi Arun, tell me. Tell me Arun. Anyone have any other questions? Okay, now what if you learn this automation? Why I have to upskill myself? Seriously, I don't understand. Is it really? To be frank, I'll tell you one thing. Automation is our future. BIM automation is our future. Seriously, I'm telling you. Like this is the statement is given by the Autodesk. 5 BIM modelers equal to 1 BIM developer. In future, like if you are working as a BIM modeler or like if you're acting like a BIM modeler, you will definitely be in a safe zone. Sorry, you'll be definitely in a danger zone. To my lord. Yeah, Arun, you can talk, man. You can. Yes, Arun, tell me. Arun, tell me. You're on mute again. You're on mute again. Unmute yourself. Yeah. Yeah, tell me, Arun.
Yeah, like I have already told you my problem. Like I'm located outside of India, so if I get the recording session for a week, so we are gonna sit in a weekend. Okay, so what if I get the doubt in
Arun,
the first
Arun,
week,
Arun, Arun, I can't
and
hear
end up
anything.
making it?
Arun, I can't hear anything. Can you please close to your
Hello,
mic?
hello.
Yes, Arun. Can you come close
Hello.
to mic? Very clear now. Tell me,
Yeah,
Arun.
yeah, yeah. I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry. Yeah, my question is like I'm going to get the recordings because I've stayed out of India. Like, okay, so if I get the problem in the very first day, like we are not going to sit around the following session till the next week. But what
Hmm.
if my next topic would be following the previous day that I have dealt with? So
Hmm.
how am I able to understand the problem? Like, I have to wait for whole 7 days so to get
Hmm.
back to you. So in
No,
in in
no,
the 7 days, like,
not exactly.
so how
I
am I going?
mean, no, not exactly. I mean, in a daytime, you can, not for every doubt, Arun. For example, if you have a doubts, I mean, you can't, text for every single problem that you face. For example, if you're facing like 5, 6 problems, so note down somewhere and we'll just sit on in the weekdays also. You don't need to wait for the whole week itself. Okay. So just block for 30 minutes or 45 minutes and clear your doubts whenever you want. Is that clear?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if that question is following to my doubt, like I can't be able to understand the further, in the further sessions, right? So
Hmm.
that is
True.
what I want to
True.
confirm.
True. I agree. In that
Okay.
case, I can help you out because most of the people are doing the same thing. Even sometimes I'm getting like the calls in the midnight 2 a.m. IST in my timings. When I was in a deep sleep, they keep on texting me on WhatsApp. Rajesh, we have a meeting now. Could you please join for their queries? So this is how it is. Okay. In very worst case. Okay. So don't worry. The people who are in the different countries, I do agree because your convenience is more than it's important for me. Or don't worry. Okay. You can take me
Thank you
anytime.
so much.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Thank
maximum
you.
try to book a slot in my daytime so that I will be available and I can clear
Yeah,
your
yeah.
doubts.
That for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that for sure. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Fine. Yeah.
yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. So where I'm actually, yeah, like the salary part. So I mean, for example, if you're investing yourself, you're not investing like money here, you're investing your time, and that should be profitable either in both cases. One is financial. I mean, if you're spending some time, hey, where is this? Okay, if you're investing either time or money. Okay, if you're investing your time, that should be profitable again in two scenarios: knowledge, right? Knowledge, again, financials, like commercial, like the salary base. Okay, so compared to this, I'm promising you, you'll gain a lot of knowledge because I'm not a I'm not a trainer like who teach only the required stuff. If you keep on asking me, I'll share my entire knowledge. If I have like that's that powers to transfer the complete knowledge, like in the PK, how he's transferring, like how he's getting transferred from in matter of seconds. Okay, so I could able to transfer to you. Okay, so when it comes to the knowledge, you'll gain a lot of knowledge from the training part. Okay, so salary wage. So I mean, I'm expecting only one thing. Even though if I give my best in the training part, if you don't have a proper practice, that would be a problem. So you have to sit and do sort of a practice generally in general trainings. But in my training, you don't need to practice at least because I'm gonna give you each and every concept, like a spoon feeding method. If you understand the concept, it's more than enough. But to understand, okay, if you don't want to do the self learning, so you'll gain a lot of knowledge. But not because for like BIM managers, for the company owners, they don't sit and write the scripts, but they understand. So we have recently conducted a session for the 5 people. Those are different company owners in the Bangalore. Okay, they're like 4 or 5 years old companies. Okay, they worked on almost like 15-20 projects also. Okay, so they just wanted to like understand this, what is the power of automation, and then I've taught them. They don't really like sit and write this. After the training, or I mean, I got a contract to train their people, almost like 50 to 60 people. It's going to be happened in August month. Okay, so recently before I shift from Bangalore to Vizag, so this has been placed. Okay, so it's 50 to 60 people now. Okay, so that's how it is. So I mean, when it comes to the salaries, if you are in the same company, you can expect the hike because you're not a modeler. You're not doing the same task. Like you're not killing your company's time. You're saving your company's time. So note down somewhere. This supposed to be done in 10 hours. I finished in like 1 hour. So just look into this thing. And keep on sending the mails to the HR or to the managers and make a note every in a single email. You'll definitely see the growth. Uh, if they really don't like look into your things, you don't need to look into your company again. Because I'll tell you one thing, in 4 years of time span, I changed 6 companies. Go and look into my CV, which is in my LinkedIn. It's on my LinkedIn. You will really shock. In just matter of 4 years, I changed 6 companies. In every company, in every interview, I'll tell the same thing. I didn't see the growth over there. This is what I can. This is what my capabilities. If you really don't uh, like encourage me in my learning stage, I will leave here in just matter of 6 months again. Even I'll ready to leave this company. So simple. Be straightforward. You will definitely get selected. Okay. So this is how it is. So you will, but when you can say that confidently, if you really have the true knowledge, otherwise no, seriously. Okay. So that definitely comes with in the training on the automation side, and it's my promise. Okay. So when you invest money, you're like saving your time. So 2 years of learning 2 years of learning, which is equal to some X amount. And this is not in a lakhs again, huh? So which is the course fee is 25,000. the course was 25,000 INR. For the past 3.5 years, it's the same fee. Even after like you come in, join after 2 years, the course fee would be 25,000 itself, only for the Dynamo. Okay, but here this time it's like, and it's not for one time, guys. If you really don't have a time to attend this properly, so if you want to rejoin again, you can come and join in future n number of times. There is no limit. Rajesh, it's been like 6 months. I don't have a time to practice even. So can I rejoin again the training program? Yes. What are the formalities? Nothing. Simple. One click, meeting link, join. That's it. Okay. So that is how it is. Okay. So save your time. I mean, you're investing your money, which is like saving your time. You're really investing your time, which is gaining the knowledge and you're gain the salary. Like, I mean, for example, if you invest something 25,000 a year, so if you really get a job offer, you may expect if you're getting like 5 lakh, if you're getting like 5 lakh now, so you'll definitely get more than 9 to 12 in between. It's been like you've been, I mean, like 16 times you doubled your salary. I mean, 16 times you doubled your what you like invested on this learning. So simple logic. Clear? So this is what the today's because I can't and when it comes to the training, like how the training would be, like text me on WhatsApp so that I can share you the another set of recorded videos where you can understand. I gave the basic examples, like I mean, to understand how my training would be. So simple. Okay. So you don't need to doubt on my teaching at all. uh, it's really fruitful, and in this training, if you ask me any kind of a question, I'll never say no to anything so far in my teaching experience, either in Rivet, Kobe, Dynamo, or Nasworks, Grasshopper, Rhino. Like, so far I've said no to any single thing. Okay, so you can expect very best training from me, and I'll give my best. Clear, guys? So this is what, if you still have any questions, you can clear. Still you have 10 more, I mean 15 more minutes. If you have any questions, you can clear, or otherwise we can leave. And the training is going to start from and this training is going to start from the 15th, 8:30 p.m. IST. Okay, if interested, text me on WhatsApp so that I can share you the payment details and everything, and you can come and learn this beautiful the training. Okay, anyone have any questions? Mr. Rohit, Praveen, PN, what's a PN? Yeah, okay. Murli, Gazir, Raju, Appal Raju, Arun Kulkarni, Subhendu. This is okay. Okay.
Rajesh, I have one question.
Tell me, dear.
Can I know how the job opportunities in market regarding this BIM automation?
To be frank, you can say this. I mean, out of the 750 students, what way we had trained, we have placed we could just place like only like 95 candidates. So it is not a it's really not a bad number. It's really good number, because most of the companies doesn't know what is an automation even. Okay, now they started from past 1 year. If we don't if you I mean if you I mean just don't have this pandemic, the COVID, we could see more like openings on the automation itself. Okay, this pandemic has changed everything. Okay, and now because of this pandemic, all of them are like I mean the companies hold their projects, and now they are using this automation, and this I mean they just hold the projects like anything. 3 projects, 4 projects. Now after that, I mean after work from home and everything, Now they started giving all this, what do you say, the projects, and they're hiring the more people, like hiring the BIM modelers and asking them to sit till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 12 o'clock. This is really, no, if you really, I don't seriously understand if they can use this automation, if they implement their automation in their, like, on the projects, they don't need to hire more people. They don't need to, like, let the employees sit on after 6 o'clock. Seriously. Okay. So if you really out from this kind of the work culture, like after 6, you must learn this automation. Okay. And you have many jobs. You have many jobs, and you can expect in future for sure. Seriously, the companies will stop like hiring the people, those who are only in the modeling. Already, if you have seen any Naukri Gulf or any Naukri or any other, like in on LinkedIn, who are like looking for the jobs, now they made the Dynamo as a mandate. Now they're changing this. The Dynamo is a mandate over there. If you really have the Dynamo skills, you'll be definitely in. That's what they're clearly saying that. Okay. So any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions, guys?
No, nothing else from my Rajesh. It's a clear and very visionary explanation. So thanks for your valuable information and inputs.
Thanks, Praveen. Thank you. So if
Thanks,
anyone
Rajesh, for the
interested,
session.
thank you. So don't get confused by listening like here and there by heard by someone else. Okay, be in a straight direction. Learn in a right direction. Okay, don't get confused with any other words. So what I said, it's from my personal experience. Okay, so I have done many wrong steps. I don't want you to do the same steps again and again. I started my journey with the C sharp. No, I have attended a webinar of seminar of an Autodesk. So I've seen this Dynamo over there and bit impressed. After that in my next day office, like we just had a quick chat about the Dynamo training program and the Dynamo program. The Dynamo application. That time it's very new actually. We don't have these many resources. Now we have a 2 lakh resources are ready to use. Seriously, though I don't know whether if you really know it, if you're really aware of it or not. If you go to the Dynamo packages, dynamopackages.com, we have something like 1964 packages. So 1964 in each and every package, at least we can say 100 scripts would be there. If I add 2 zeros here, 1,96,400 scripts are ready to use. And there are almost like 51,44,755 installations are already done. And we have 1,226 developers. These are illegal. This is not a wrong count. It's not a right count. It's a wrong count actually. So there are many developers. The many others. Like we have here. Saying what do you say exactly? For example, in my company, we have 6 developers, but we'll be counted as like one developer, one other. It's a Bimera. So why it's like that? Okay. So that's what. Fine. So let me know if any questions. If you have any questions, text me on WhatsApp. Like I have another meeting at 10:30 today. So let's leave. Shall I? Shall I take a leave? Or anyone have any questions?
No
No,
question.
nothing else.
Okay.
How we can WhatsApp?
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me give my number here. It's my personal number, plus 919160567890. 9160567890. It's my WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp me. Okay. So once you text me, I can share you all the details for the training program which is going to start from the 15th May. I mean, day after tomorrow. Clear? Clear? See you everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Thanks for attending. Bye-bye.